Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Surviving Mars Green Planet. We are building our very first wonder, the Omega Telescope, which I am very happy to see. So, at the second, we have started building up a new drone hub, because this building, unfortunately, is going to cost us a little bit of power that we don't actively have. So we're going to go ahead and work on that. We'll go ahead and clear out some of this waste rock, and then from there, we're going to start building up a little bit more power in this sector, and I think that should be fairly good to keep everything up and running. Now, we do have our rocket ship returning to us right now. We put up a new satellite in the last episode, which was rather nice. Gave us a good chunk of funding, and so with that, we should be able to purchase just a couple more electronics and speed up the construction of this site. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and double check. Yeah, I think that's all we really needed right now. Oh, research progress. Oh, hang on a second. 7 crew. Or science. I do like having extra science a little bit quicker. New tech. Okay, so it looks like we've unlocked a couple of things with that last satellite. Let's go ahead and... Again, I do like the $1.5 billion. That's well worth the investment. But for now, I think we go ahead and we pick up the... Do we pick up the research progress? Hang on a second. It's either research progress or money. Let's see. So at the moment, we're going through our water conservation system. That'll help us, reduce our water consumption, which is going to be quite important. Then we have some better solar panels. Yeah, and then let's see what else we got. Emergency training, deep water extraction. Okay, all of those things sound good. And then what do we want to add to the list? Well, I'm thinking what we do is maybe we go for... Do we build the Martian node, or do we go ahead and try and get something like the behavioral melding? You know what? I think we go with the network node. Yeah, we'll try and maximize the amount of science that we're outputting and then make everything a little bit quicker. And that seems decent enough, but again, we'll make sure that we get these first. Better security and better medics sounds rather good for us. Keep everybody happy. Some extra power production as well, just to make our life a little bit better. In fact, you know what? If we're going to be building up more right now, that's not quite the priority. Let's go for... Let's kick that down the list. Yeah, that's going to slow us down. So if we go this way, we can finish that, which will be important. These other two, get better science, and then work into that as well. I think that's going to be the way we go. And that'll also give us a reduction here with the Omega Telescope. So I think that's going to be our focal point for now. Alright, so it looks like our drone hub's kind of a little bit bored right now. Let's go ahead and... I suppose we may as well start fixing that. Let's go ahead and start building a couple of wind turbines just to make sure. I think maybe we put the artificial sun up over here, or maybe we put it behind these mountains. So you know what, let's just go ahead and we'll build a couple of these side by side. That should be fine. In fact, hang on a second, you know what? Let's go for something slightly different to what we've done previously. Let's rotate them around so we just take a single column of expansion. And I think we'll do that for these 4. And I think 4 should be sufficient. Yeah, power production of 16. We've already got an excess of 30. So, yeah, 16 by 3. That should be at least... 16 by 4. That should be good, what... 40, 50 odd... Wait a second, 60 something odd power, which is more than enough to make up for the telescope when that does get up and rolling, so that should be fine. We'll let these guys go ahead and... We'll leave a couple there for now. Let's also go ahead and we'll turn off the rare metals. That's not necessary. We don't need the food either. I think we'll go for some metals, coal, concrete, maybe a couple of polymers. A couple of machine parts. We will need at least a couple of electronics, and we don't need fuel nor seeds. So let's go ahead and put that up to, I don't know, let's make that a respectable 10, double digits. That should be fine. That way these guys can then go ahead and start building everything. We do need to go ahead and get our transport at some point to take all of this excess waste. But for now, I guess it is what it is. All right, that's already filled up. Okay, you know what? For now, since they're kind of a little bit bored, let's go ahead and build one more. We'll chuck that there. And they can at least clean up this area a little bit. Even if it is double handling, it's still probably better in the long run. And let's go ahead and allow some exports over here too. I think we go ahead and, yeah, we'll try and get these electronics back to us. We do have a great dust storm arriving in a couple of hours, so that is going to put a bit of a dent in our plans. But it looks like all of our water tanks are nice and full, and that is even with all of our production, so I'm not too concerned about what's going to happen. We should be perfectly well set. Alright, let's see. Now, we'll also need a triple electric scrubber for all of this, so let's make sure that we build that. Now, let's see, that is over in this panel. Yeah, a handful of electronics, but that'll save us a stack in the long run. Let's just check our wonders. What does this cost? I don't know what its maintenance requires or if it needs any, but I'm assuming that it will. So let's just go ahead and put this over... Maybe we just build this one here. We should be able to expand its network a little bit, so it should cover the center of the dome, so we can cover that as well. And then with the extra expansion, we'll put another one here, and we'll hit those as well. But again, we'll just double check that we do have the right ranges when we expand this out. I think that it can go up to a maximum of 8 hexes. Yes, that is right. But I think that'll only be 1, 2, maybe 3. So I think that it's in the right spot, but again, I'd rather be safe than sorry and wasting our time. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and kick this up a notch. I want to get these exports out of here before this great dust storm arrives. It's going to take us a couple of days to get back to Earth and, well, return again. So that is all fine and dandy. We should have enough polymers to also see us through at this stage, so I'm not too concerned about shutting down the polymer factory during the disaster. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. So let's go ahead and launch that back to Earth. That'll take us up to a nice $4.3 billion. Yeah, that is going to be very good. And you know what? Maybe since we've got not much else to do, this only costs us metals and polymers and concrete. Maybe we can expand a little bit further. Yeah, I don't think that's actually the worst idea. Yeah, I think we might actually go ahead and do that. We could build it up. That being said, though, we might also need the extra... You know what? We should build a triple electric scrubber as well. In fact, we could probably fit another and just cover these last little bits here just in case we so desired. Yeah, that wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, but apparently, what is it? We've got 3 buildings not working now? Hang on. Water reclamation, infirmary, and rare metals refinery. Insufficient waste rock. Oh, okay. Well, you know what then? Let's go ahead and turn that off for now. We can let the waste rock pile back up again. I don't really mind about that. Yeah, that'll take a little bit of time. Alright, and it looks like these bots have almost finished. It looks like we are also working our way through these extra wind turbines. And we know when we're in a dust storm that our power is going to become absolutely absurd. Yep, and there it is. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and turn off our fuel refineries. We'll go ahead and turn off all of those. We'll try and preserve as much water as possible, just in case the worst should happen. Let's turn off our polymer factory. That'll save us some water as well as our fuel reserves. And then, you know what, since we need extra jobs available, let's go ahead and open this up and we'll let people finish doing whatever they need. Oh yes, and it looks like we've finally educated enough of our people to only now need engineers, which is very nice, which means we can go ahead and open up more jobs in those areas. That'll be very, very good. Okay, so let's see, who are our unemployed? Looks like youth. Yeah, nothing too crazy. We can go ahead and maybe open up maybe a couple more scientific positions as well. Educate a few more of the scientists, and then maybe we can even go ahead and medical center, or do we go security? I think we go for medics over security right now, and we've got a pretty decent number. Yeah, but we'll allow that to expand our numbers. That should give people a few decent jobs. Alright, looks like we've got some leaks again, as is expected given the whole situation. Let's see, whereabouts are you? All the way out there? Alright, well then let's go ahead and shut off the valve. There we go, that should be a grand total of 0. Excellent. I'm almost tempted, in fact, can we turn off all valves? Hang on a second, if we did that, that would shut off anything through here, which again, all of our storages should be fairly close to our domes. Yeah, these guys wouldn't be affected. I'm just wondering whether whenever we hit a dust storm, if we quickly do an emergency shutdown. Yeah, I think that's going to be perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and do that. So all of our valves are now closed during the dust storm. That means we won't be able to access any of the vaporators or anything like that, but that's okay to me. Again, they're not working right now, but it does mean that it's less likely that any leaks that occur will cause us any trouble. So we'll leave that be. That'll be perfectly fine. Apparently there is a new leak that is detected in one of our untouchable areas, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's just going to have to be what it is for now. Alright, well then, we'll let that be. Let's see, what else can we do? Still working on that. This is shut down for now. Probably can go ahead and take a couple of drones and put them... Yeah, take them to our central dome, central command sector. There we go, so we have a pretty decent number of units there. Yeah, more than 20, so that's nice. These guys have 4, but for now I think that's more than we need to do these little mundane jobs. Let's see, RC Dozer, should we go ahead and try and get you to level out some more of the field? I suppose we should. Let's go ahead and flatten out from here, out of bounds. Let's go too large. Hang on a second. Still too large. Alright, let's go down to there. Shuffle across here. Apparently there is an object that is in the way, but we can mostly ignore that. Let's just make sure that we cover things properly. A bit of a zigzaggy pattern, but it is what it is. Let's go to there. Alright, very good. We'll go ahead and let our little rover do its own thing. Let's go ahead and let him automate what he needs to do. This should give us a whole stack of extra waste rock yet again. And look at that, clearing the site so very quickly. This little guy is fantastic. Alright, but either way, there is our money made, and so that is good. Pushes us up to 4.4 billion, and we've got another scan finished. So let's go ahead and we've cleaned up down there, and it looks like we're in the in the home stretch more or less. So that is also very nice. Alright, so looks like we have how much production of electronics right now? We're making 20 per day, and as we said in the last episode, it's far better for us to produce them than it is to purchase them. So the dust storm lasts us another day. That'll take us up to 200, so we only really need 100. Yeah, 100 should be sufficient. So let's go to our cargo rocket. We'll purchase what we need. Actually, you know what? It might take 2 days to get here, so maybe we go ahead and just leave it at... what is it? At 80. Spend only... yeah, just over spend $1.6 billion. Let's not use up all of our funding. I think that seems reasonable. Yeah. And if it only takes us an extra day, like, again, all of our drones need to get the resources to where they need to be and whatever have you. So you know what? Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Let's launch. And it should take us... it doesn't actually give us a an hourly rate on its progress. Okay. That is one thing that I think is a little bit weird. I do like how on our planetary missions it tells us the time for us to go and return and all of that, but I would have thought between Earth and Mars, since that's a very constant thing, that would just be a given. But oh well, it is what it is. It doesn't matter too much. Alright, so it looks like we've got the rest of our energy production. Let's go ahead and give them the polymer blades upgrade as well. Again, just make sure that we do fit the power requirements to this new building. We can add more in as time goes by. Let's go ahead and we will activate that now. I think we can start to ferry across all of the resources necessary. That should mean, in fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this concrete, metals, and electronics. Concrete, metals, and electronics. We'll leave the machine parts, and you know what, we'll turn off the polymers, but we will make that max out at 30. We're going to try and do everything that we can to get this built. You may... where is our dozer friend? Here you are. Let's send you to build and get you to work on that. Although I guess maybe that's not quite... I really don't understand why you do not wish to do this. Oh well, it is what it is. That should be fine. Right, we also have our triple electric scrubber. Let's make sure that we kick that to its maximum. We'll go ahead and put in a second one to make sure that it has ample coverage as well. Make sure that we're not paying for it. That does seem to cover the center tile of this dome, so hopefully, yeah, we'll be paying a little bit less in polymers there. Yeah, I think we're in a really good situation. Alright, and it looks like that is the end of the dust storm, so let's go ahead and open up all of our pipe valves again. And as things can turn back on, we shall let that be. Although, it does seem... where are you connected? You're connected just downstream. Let's just turn that off temporarily. There we are. Not that I think it makes a great deal of difference one way or the other. But again, it's just the principle of the matter. We shouldn't be wasting finite resources. So yeah, we'll leave that be. Still got plenty of power production, which is very nice. We can now get our shuttle to land, which is brilliant. Let's check in on our... where is it? Transport. Where are you and what are you doing? You're heading down there. You know what? Let's go ahead and disable the automatic mode for now. Let's get you over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell you to collect all of this waste rock. So where is it? Here we are. And we're going to deposit that down by here. There we go. That should be fine. Oh, and we also have another event, Spy Tech. Okay. The rivalry between colonies on Mars has attracted the attention of a spy tech agency from Earth. Spytech, the name of the firm, offers to lease us cutting-edge stealthy surveillance satellites for a single thorough scan of all other colonies. To be more precise, for well, to be more precise, for as thorough a scan as we can pay for. The satellite in question, designed solely for data theft, so this may be an opportunity to get our hands on any technological advancement our rivals have discovered. Ooh. Well, the politician does sound like an interesting one there, but I think we go for the platinum package. We have the money, we've already purchased what we want to get access to, but if this gives us a breakthrough, that could be nice. And, you know, it wasn't us who started this. This was all Paradox's fault. So, yeah, I'm happy to spend the money. At first, I thought of foregoing for the platinum package of Spytek's offer was unreasonable, to say the least. I have to admit, Commander, that it was a wise choice. A breakthrough has directly fallen into our possession because of Spytek.
Research complete.
Okie dokies. Well, what do we get? Core rare metals. Okay. I'm not familiar with this one. Uncovers extremely rich underground rare metal deposits. Okie dokie. Well, where are they? I'm not seeing, I've already got some of those. Metals. No, it should be the... Hang on a second. They're deep metals, the blue ones. Underground metals. Okay, so they're all sort of the same. If only we could toggle through all of our known locations. Yeah, low-grade water, high over here, average. Come on, really? I'm not seeing where we would gain any particular bonuses from this. Oh, rare metals, 25,000. Okay, well, never mind. I take that back. I know where it is. That is fantastic news. Alright, well, that'll keep us going for quite some time. Another 25,000 over here. Okay, let's see. Any others? Let's just double check all of the metals that we can see. Yeah, rare metals of almost 2,000. That's pretty solid. But again, I don't know if they were already there. But still, that is well and truly a sizable increase in potential production. So you know what? I'll happily take it, especially since it, yeah, it may not be very helpful right now, but at least it gives us future plans to expand towards. That should be fine. Alright, let's see. Everything here is being built. That seems to be going along well. Plenty of concrete. Let's go ahead and kick this up to a highest priority. Triple electric scrubber, you should also probably be looked after at some point. Let's, in fact, you know what? Make the triple electric scrubber the higher priority. If we can avoid paying any fees for those, that would be ideal. Yeah, we still have 200 power in excess. Alright, that is because we've disabled a couple of buildings, but nothing too serious. Concrete extractor, what's going on here? We are out of a deposit. Okay. Let's go ahead and break that thing back down. That seems fine. And then... I suppose we need more access to concrete, so let's go ahead and build up a new building. Alright, let's go to our production. And there it is, the first one off the rank. So let's go ahead and we'll pop that right here. Again, still nicely within the range of things. We could go for some extra metals as well, but again, we only really need one at a time at this stage, so we'll leave it be. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have plugged it in, because of course, it will never work if you haven't tried plugging it in. So, let's go from here, and we'll go in a straight line. There we go. That should be good enough.
Research complete.
Alright, water conservation system is now online, and we are creating stacks of extra water, so that should be... yeah, that should get us through for quite a lot of time. Yeah, between that and all of our extra resources there, that should be... all good. Okay, that is all turned back on, those valves. No, we turned off. Okay, so apparently it alternates. Okay, we'll turn them all off. That is ridiculous. And then we'll singularly point out these ones. Okay. No, what have I done? Alright, hang on. Green, green, green. Okay, we are all good. Okay, never mind. That was, don't know what was going on there. Alright, so either way, let's see. Transport is still transporting all the things that it needs to. This guy's finished all of that, which is very nice. Let's see. You, my little RC Commander fellow, you can keep doing what you're doing. Let's see. Yeah, we've got 200. We've already got 80 there. Let's see what's happening here. We need a couple more metals for the triple electric scrubber. Okay, so it shouldn't take us too long to figure this out. So that should be fine. Let's see. Do we want to do any more planetary missions since we're here and already have the fuel to do so? I think research progress wouldn't be a bad idea. We could do the Quaid expedition, which I am tempted to do. But I think for now, let's go ahead and pick up the... Let's pick up the new tech before we basically run out of things. Yeah, it'll spend a few drones, but it's only 12 hours. And if we have it, at least it's not... At least it is not going to our rivals. And who knows, maybe it will even give us a nice little event. So let's send the expedition, that'll do. Off you go. That should be fine. It looks like... what is this? Unload unnecessary cargo. Okay, well that's easy enough to fix. And yeah, a couple of drones is no big issue for us. Alright, and we also do need to pick up a new tech. Let's see, so still going for the better performance. Deep water extraction for everything there. Martian network node. You know what, I'm actually tempted to... You know, let's switch the spot there. Yeah, that way we can come back and do the other planetary thing for some science. Speed up getting our research boost. We don't really need the deep water extraction right now since we do have a plenty... since we have plentiful amounts of water being produced. Yeah, but again, we still want to get that to make sure we stay ahead of the curve. And then let's go for... I think we go for the behavioral tech. Yeah, let's go for some perks. I think that seems like a good enough idea. Everyone else seems fairly happy. If we can get some bonuses like workaholic or fit or healthy or whatever some of those good things are, I think that would be rather ideal. Let's also go ahead and make sure that the polymer factory gets back to work. We do need to make sure that we are producing there. Looks like... yeah, we're doing a really good job right now. Yeah. We have a couple of people who don't have the specialization, but again, that's all sorting itself out. It looks like... wait a second, what is the botanist doing here? Oh, we're out of space for botanists. Okay, well, you know what? Let's open that up a little bit further. Let's make sure that this is enforced to specialists only. If you're working here, it means you can access this one, so we'll go ahead and open up there. And I think that should be fairly good. Yeah, come on, botanist. Get out of here. Go do a job that you can do. There we go. Alright, so that's a little bit better for us. We have one unemployed person who is a botanist as well. That seems a little peculiar, but again, I do not care as long as you can do the job. That's what I care about. Alright, so that should be fine. Yeah, and in fact, that's probably going to help us out with our food situation even more. Again, we're making plenty of food as it stands. Yeah, I don't think we have too much of an issue. In fact, we probably are going to start producing a bit more if we don't get better storage. We should double check how food storage is going. Let's see. If we go from up here, we should be able to toggle around. 3.
Research complete.
180. You know what?
Anomaly analyzed.
Let's go ahead and turn those storages up. That should be fine. Yeah, okay, so we don't have a whole heap of extra food storage, although we're doing all right. Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter if it's a desired amount. It'll still go over if we have excess to go. Yeah, so that'll be fine. We'll leave that be. Looks like we have a new
There's more
anomaly
to the
that we've
barren
picked up.
environs of the Red Planet than meet.
So that gives us access to a whole bunch of extra terraforming, which is all really nice. So what is it? I think it's the... Yeah, terraforming amplification. That's our new one there. And then we've completed out all of these, which is really nice. So that leaves us with... What was it? Large scale excavation. That'll be really nice. Orbital engineering for the space elevator. And yeah, I think that's about it. So we've now got pretty much the full access to the tech tree. And yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. Cool, cool, cool. Well, either way, I think yeah, with that, we might need to start expanding. Let's go ahead and turn on this medium dome as well. Again, not quite as high a
Sector
priority,
scanned.
but I think what we're going to be doing is really focusing on this Omega telescope. And we will see how that all goes in the next one. Yeah, I think that's going to put us in a very, very healthy position. So I think that's where we're going to leave things for today. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.